What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Talks with Ty. Today, I have a very, very special guest. My sis, the one and only Chynah, is in the building with me today. First of all, I want to thank everybody who tuned in, all the supporters and the viewers. But let's get to it. How you feeling, Chynah?
I'm feeling great.
Yes, that's good. That's good. I mean, you looking good as always.
Thank you.
Feeling good. That's good. Before we get things started, we got to start it out with a toast. So Chynah said, I don't drink.
I don't drink, so my toast is with agua.
Period. Yeah, no, I'm sipping on a rose today.
Yeah.
The cupcake vineyards rose. That's what I'm sipping on today.
Very cute.
But yes. So thank you so much for coming today, Chynah. Y'all, Chynah is so close and dear to my heart. We went to school together. We worked in the same org. We was doing a lot. She helped me with so many just ideas, just so much that Chynah has given to me. So for her to be sitting here with me, I feel blessed. I feel good.
Oh, you're so kind. Like, I can't take it.
For real. But so let's get into it about your business. You're a brand designer. Like, how did you start this brand designing company that you started?
So I've been doing graphic design forever, since I was a child, playing around on Microsoft, all that kind of stuff. So then it just naturally turned into a business.
Yeah.
And so then I decided to
just turn it in and start creating.
Into the whole company.
And you feel like you always had that creative type of mindset, what do you feel like the first creative thing you did that you was like, oh, I'd rather take this creative lane than work in a regular job, because jobs can be boring.
Yeah. Well, okay, so entrepreneurship, that's in my blood. So from the jump, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I knew I didn't want to take no job, none of that. So because my parents, they're entrepreneurs, so it was just in me. So I knew that was gonna happen. Yeah. So I started off doing a bunch. I was selling things since I was little, doing
you was a hustler.
Yeah, I did. I sold these keychains. I was selling art. I was selling hair. I was doing everything. But then graphics, it was just natural. It just, I don't know, it just happened.
It stimulated you.
And then I was doing photography and stuff.
Yes.
But so with the photography, I'm I don't want to make that my everyday thing. It's something that I love. I know you're supposed to do what you love. And but graphic just came naturally to me. So it was easier to turn that into an income rather than messing with photography as my income.
Yeah.
So I did graphics during college is when I really took it serious. And then after college, I started working at Amazon.
Okay.
Just to
get some money. Just keep it sustainability.
And then I'm it wasn't a 9-to-5 strict, so it still was kind of in my rules where I'm not working a 9-to-5. I made up my schedule.
Yeah.
So I worked there for a year, I think. And then I was able to quit.
Wow.
So I quit Amazon, happiest, best day of my life. And then I focused on graphics. So
so with that lane being, because finding clientele, was that hard for you sometimes? Because I feel with graphic design, people is either word of mouth or by them seeing your design.
Yes, everything basically was word of mouth. I would do certain things. So when I first started, I had a sale. So I would do it was a special. So I did 12 days of Christmas or whatever. So I was giving out free services. But I didn't make it seem like I was doing free work. Here's free work, take it. I made it special. And that attracted clients. I would have people tag another person. The next thing you know, they really wanted to work with me instead of just the free service. So they turned into clients. I will always search for clients. If I see somebody, it would even be Twitter or something. Somebody be I need a flyer. I'm writing their DMs. If they be I need something. I wouldn't just wait for people to come to me. I would go out there and get my clients. I would do, when it came to celebrity stuff, I would create it. For example, I did Dream Dolls intro, her YouTube intro.
Okay.
I created it first, sent her an email, she saw it, and then from there I put my my name on it. So that way from there, all the people that was watching it, they would contact me, and then that turned into more clients. So I would just take different opportunities and figure out how can I get my clientele from that.
So why is it important for you to go out and find clientele and not just wait? Like, I like how you take that initiative and not just like waiting for people, but actually taking a step first and finding people.
Yeah, because like you can run ads, you can do certain things, and that's kind of like waiting for clients. But while you waiting, you might as well go out there and get the client because you got time. You should be putting in the effort towards your business at all times, no matter what. So if I see something, I'm going to take the opportunity to get a client.
I love that. So it's like you got faith in your work and belief and like who you are as a person that you're going to go for it and something is going to come back regardless
and
of
then, like the worst case scenario, they would say no or they wouldn't see it, like especially like with celebrities or whatever. Like just take the chance because you never know what could come from it.
So when you was getting that clientele that you was looking for and, you know, the consistency started to come in, like how did you manage, you know, everybody once they start coming in? Because did you already have that type of mindset of like, you know, time management or, you know, entrepreneurship or like, how did you find that type of like space?
Yeah. So that was like my biggest issue. Like managing the amount of people that I was getting is like, it became overwhelming. To be honest, like I had to slow down, reel it back in. And like, so I would write to be organized. Like I would just write everybody's orders down on the Excel sheet. Like I didn't really have the proper process in the place. So I would just do what I could do to keep it organized, get everybody's orders out, and then so from there, once it started getting so overwhelming, I'm like, I'm going to cut back. And I'd rather do quality over quantity. So I raised my prices. And now it's like, I'd rather have one client that's equal to the amount of clients that I had rather than rushing around, getting all these people's stuff out. Like, that's why I scaled back on my business now. And so I'm more focused on getting a specific type of client and charging way more. Okay,
so when you say specific type of client, what you mean? Like, is there because I feel like when people work with clients or just have partnerships with business people or of that nature, you know, what do you look for when you look at clients? Are you looking at numbers, following, stat? Like, what are you looking for?
It's not about popularity at all. It's about that the client. All right, so like my graphics, webs, all that is luxury based. So I try to find the clients that want something professional, luxurious, and like in a certain age range. So now as a brand designer, which entails a little bit more because it's not just about your logo. It's not just about your website. Like it's more to your brand than just those things.
Wow.
So now I'm more focused on being a brand designer. And with that, I had to decide like who is my target audience. And I know that it's a certain age range. It's a certain type of girl. Like, so it's very specific. Before it was just like, I'm taking anybody. I'm taking the money. Like now it's intentional.
I love that. I love that you said quality over quantity. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of people don't understand the quality in work or when you're putting a business together. What can you say is the key aspect that you feel like a business should have when they're designing, you know, either their logo or any aspect of like creativity or creation with their company?
Yeah, I think that they should definitely think about growth. They should think about their future as a company. Don't just think about right now, and don't think about like what you personally like. Like people will be like, I love the color purple. My logo need to have a bunny rabbit. Like they're doing too much.
Right.
So you need to reel it in and think about like a big name, a big company that you would want to be like, your brand, you want your brand to be like, and think about how their overall branding looks.
Yes.
And how you can communicate something similar that speaks to the people you want to be your customers. Like, you have to think about the overall, the future, the growth. Yes.
No, I love that. I feel like people don't. I don't know if it's just because they don't have enough education on it about just like thinking about their brand in full. You know what I mean? When you starting out businesses or entrepreneurship. And like, even for myself, like, because I'm lucky enough to have somebody like you where I can call like, sis, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? like, I don't know. But like for me, it's just about, you know, not knowing, but finding somebody who does know, or at least got some type of information about something.
Right.
Because, you know, branding and trying to develop yourself and your business, all of those things are important.
It's so important. Like, that is like the foundation, and it just helps you to like do things easier. Like, it helps you be able to create content easier. It helps you be able to find that client. Like, you're more focused when your brand's identity is together.
Wow. I love that. I love that. Has it been a project that you have done that you enjoyed the most? Has it been a dreamed out one, or is there any projects you worked on thus far?
I mean, I love all my clients. I love y'all. I think my favorite project is my own.
Okay.
Like, all right, so right now, people, when they want to book me, they go to Chynah J Graphics. But Chynah J Graphics is changing its name.
Really? Why?
Because I'm going bigger and better.
Oh,
like,
period.
I want to have employees. I want people under me.
Wow,
so Chynah J
I love
Graphics
that.
is kind of like just me.
Okay.
But I am, you know, building for the future. I was planning to do it like at a later date, but I'm like, let me just start fresh this year, start it now.
Yes.
And then we go from there.
I love that. Okay. So Chynah the brand, Chynah the boss. That's what we're going in right now.
Yes.
That's where we're going. I love that. Behind Chynah the brand and Chynah the boss, because, you know, I know you do a little influencer work. To me, you give model when you walk in, you know, when you waking up, like, who's Chynah behind the brand and the boss now? Like, who's Chynah?
Okay, when I'm not working on graphics and stuff, I spend a lot of time making TikToks.
But you know, but that's good because, you know, I know when we had a conversation, you were saying TikTok is a good like strategy for, you know, your business or like anything that you're doing.
TikTok is top tier. Like, I've been preaching about TikTok for the longest. And that's another thing. Like, I was telling everybody, like, take your TikTok seriously. I'm teaching them how to do it, how to use it. And then I'm like, at that time, I didn't even have that many followers on my own TikTok. So I'm like, let me stop telling everybody else what to do and focus on it myself. So then I got super consistent and grew my following a lot.
Wow.
And then now I'm working on getting more brand deals and trying to get invited to events and all that kind of fun stuff.
Okay. Period. I love that. So it's becoming more so just finding outlets that'll be an add-on value to what you're already doing.
Yeah, like it all ties in. And that's another thing. Like, with the rebrand of my business, it's more focused on content creators and influencers. So like making designs for them. It's open to everyone, but like they're my target audience.
Right.
So with that, I'm gonna have like courses and classes and stuff like that. So
I love that.
I'll be able to teach people how to content create and
I love that.
Get their personal brands together.
And I love how you keep saying target audience. Like, why is having a target audience important, you think?
For me, without a target audience, I was just feeling like lost. Like feeling lost on because when you have a target audience, you know how to advertise, you know who you're speaking to, you know who you're doing things for, you know like how things should look. Who you're speaking to really determines the flow of everything. Like, it just makes it easier.
That is so important. I love that for you. What's outside of just giving people so much advice, you know, what advice like could you give somebody, starting out a brand? Or I know you gave advice about the key aspects of what they should have, but just anybody who wants to start a brand or, wants to go in that entrepreneurship route, like from your experience, what could you tell them?
Advice I would give to future or current entrepreneurs is stay consistent in whatever you're doing. Like consistency is the biggest thing. It don't really matter how good it is, how bad it is. Like if you're consistent at something, you're going to see results.
Wow.
Like that's the biggest thing. You can do everything in the world. You can take every course. You can look for every answer, but the answer is consistency.
Wow. I love that. I mean, that's so important because even with me, all of my entrepreneurial things, I'm learning that as long as I'm putting something in, I'm getting something out. And that's probably one of the best advice I ever received. So thank you for that.
Yeah, like.
Other thing I was just going to say, what's next for Chynah should we look out for? Other than you being your own boss, rebranding, what's next for Chynah?
So currently my biggest project is my rebrand. So from Chynah J Graphics, I will be going to 11-8 Creative Agency.
Okay.
So we will focus on getting your brand identity together, websites, graphics, learning how to do graphics for yourself. I'm going to teach courses.
Wow.
And so many other things. Then with that, I'll be working also on my influencing career, getting to grow my platform. Even bigger.
Period.
And just living life, traveling, shopping, buying clothes, all that fun
just
stuff.
Being the baddie that you are, per usual.
Yes.
I love that for you. And I just want to say I'm thankful that you took time out to come here today. Beyond talented, beyond beautiful, beyond creative, like everything that you do in life. I wish you all the best. Definitely put your socials out there so the people can find you and stuff like that.
So the best place to find me personally is TikTok. My TikTok is ChynahJ96. And for my business, the best place to find me for that is, I'm going to spell it out for you, is 11-8, but in Roman numerals, so XIVIII creative.com.
Love that. Well, you already know what time it is, y'all. We about to wrap this up. Again, thank everybody for tuning in today. Thank you so much to my sis, Chynah, for coming in today, dropping some gems, giving some infos, letting us know what we should be doing and stuff like that. But yeah, make sure y'all subscribe. Link will be below. Make sure y'all follow Chynah to keep up with what she got going on. And yeah, y'all know, we'll see y'all next time.